I think something's happening. I'm not entirely sure. It's popping up there. Okay, this is, you're going to watch me be horribly disorganized because I set up a whole new thing for this. I forgot I needed to do it. I spent the last 2 hours just getting this bare bones ridiculousness. I seem to be live there. I'm going to shut that down. I just wanted to see for sure. There we go. That's me. I'm doing the thing. What are we doing today? This is today, instead of the normal live streaming thing, the DreamWizard plays. This is on the Incantus Phylacterium channel, IP number 11. And I'm going to take this out because I don't need it. Chat's enabled. If anybody cares, if anyone's out there watching, I'm going to pour myself a glass of tastiness. And we're going to get on with the thing. So what are we doing today? IP number 11, 1,000 subscriber book giveaway. I promised I would do it. I wasn't just whistling Dixie or farting in the wind. I'm serious about this. Here's the thing, though. I forgot I have an international audience, and I promised I would pay shipping, and I will. And I hate to say this, but I'm kind of rooting against people in Europe, China, anywhere outside the contiguous lower 48. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you guys as much as anybody else, but I did not think this through. I did not think that I would need to be, now I'm paranoid. I'm really paranoid that I've set up everything correctly, but my audio is messed up. What if it was? What if I'm talking to myself and you're just seeing my mouth move and nothing's actually happening? I'm going to go back to my brief monitor here. Where is this? No. Yes. And I'm just going to turn my volume on. Okay. I'm just paranoid, I just needed to make sure I could actually hear myself, and I can. So I can't finish anything that I started. I'm trying to pour out a beverage. I was saying, as much as I love all my international folks, I did not plan this properly. I did not say only available to people in the contiguous lower 48 to save myself some shipping costs, but we're going to see what happens. I'm going to play it straight and fair, and it is what it is. So what are we doing? First, a toast to you. Nostrovia, ein Prosit der Gemütlichkeit, Salud, all that good stuff. I need to learn more toasts from other parts of the world. I mean, why wouldn't I? Tell me how you toast. Comment below. What is it and how do you pronounce it? Maybe send me a link to the pronunciation. He says, getting back to business. So how are we going to do this today? Number one, I wanted people to know I am doing it. And number two, I wanted people to know it's legit. There's no favoritism going on here. There are some, books. There you go. So we're going to get to that in a minute. I want everyone to know that this is all legit. I want them to see me hit that random number generator right here. And I've got the, that little title you're seeing up in the corner is actually my Word document that has one person per page, so I can scroll directly to the right page when we get the random number generator. But I'm teasing you. I'm going to keep you in suspense for a little bit. We're going to talk about the books first. You know what I haven't done? I haven't shared this out. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. I mean, who knows? Who has notifications set up and they're always watching me? Not yet. Not yet. So we got Twitter. That's a great thing about whatever I'm doing right now. I'm just rambling, and you can watch me do all my disorganized nonsense live. Twitter has been tweeted. We're going to book it to the faces because why not? There we go. Cha-cha-cha. And I'm going to share it on my Discord. I have a Discord, by the way. That used to be the only place I do my interviews, and now I'm doing them more often on Zoom because that seems to be what people prefer. And I'll go anywhere. I'll use Skype. I'll use Discord, Zoom, Google Meetings. If you're out there and you're wondering, do you have to join my Discord? No, that's just where I do it. It's a great voice and video communication platform. It's where I post as I'm about to do. some interesting things. Let's paste this out here. Bloop. And one other Discord I'm in. Paste. Bloop. And if you've got notifications turned on, you'll get that. Let's close that down here. Okay. 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 I think everything's okay. Okay, I got way too damn many windows open, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna chill. We're gonna relax. We're gonna take our time with this sucker. So, what we are gonna do first and foremost is talk about the books that one lucky viewer has won. We're going to take them one at a time from 1st through the 10th. I'm going to talk about them. Hopefully it won't take me more than 10 or 20 minutes to run through that. So, hey, if you just want to fast forward and find out who wins, that's fine. But if you're watching live, you're just going to have to wait in suspense. I kind of set it up that way on purpose. Yeah. All right, really set that aside for the moment. So, first up, publication number 1, the very first title I did back in, and what you guys are probably going to notice, this shit's all backwards. I do have my camera reversed because when I'm watching myself, this needs to be a mirror image of me on the screen. And I can't have it where I raise my right hand and I see my left hand go up on the screen. I can't do that. So all of my videos are reversed. This is my right side. Yeah, so it's like you are me watching me in a mirror. Way back in 2020, my very first book, and you can see it's kind of a skinny one compared to some of the other ones. This was my test project, The Court of Curiosity. Got it out just before, when did I publish this? Just says 2020. I've got a editor's forward. I do brief editorial commentary in the beginning of each book because why not? It's I get to say something about each publication. I'm not going to read the full editor's notes to everyone. This was December. Looks like I got it out by December 31st, 2020. The Court of Curiosity, book 1 in what I've been calling the Augury, Bibliomancy, and Chaos series, the ABCs of dream interpretation. So what about this book? This, The Court of Curiosity, is book number 1 in the stack of 10 that I will, this stack of 10 books is going to one person, assuming I can reach them. What's the other legit thing? Okay, I'm going to stop there. We're going to come back to that in just a minute. First, more about the process. As I discovered the other day when I went to look for my subscriber list, it's only showing me 336 people. So I have 1,012, 15 something subscribers as of today right now. My intention was grab the whole list of 1,000 and roll a random number generator, go to that person and say, you won, great. I can only see 336 people. And Google is telling, or YouTube, Google, whatever, YouTube is telling me, if you're unable to see anyone, it's because they're not letting me see you. I don't know how to get around that. I don't know a better way to do it. I guess I could have said, hey, I'm ready to do the giveaway, so maybe everyone should send me an email if they want an entry. But so that's number 1. I only have 1/3 of my total subscriber count is actually available for this giveaway. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I can't seem to do anything about it. I can't find out. I can't see any other subscribers, so I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what to do with that. That said, no, there was one other thing I was going to say about that. Yeah, so when I plug in the random number generator, it won't be 1 to 1,000. It'll be 1 to 336, and that's just the way it is. So the list is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Part 2 will be, I'm going to reach out to you through your YouTube handle. I'm going to send you a communication through YouTube, or you can hopefully contact me if someone sees this. They can let you know, or you're watching, hopefully. Hey, Conquer Your Future says hello. Hello and welcome. Good to see you. That's part of the rules, is I got to be able to get in touch with you to get a physical mailing address. So if I select the winner and I can't reach you within like a week or so, I might have to do this again and pick someone else. I don't want to do that. I want this all to work properly the first time. I have never run a sweepstakes, giveaway, no purchase necessary type of thing before. So this is all new to me, and I'm finding out why I'm terrible at this kind of stuff. The first time I ever make the attempt, and I got an eyelash in my eye, or probably some of my wizard hair is clouding my vision. I'll bet you. So that's where we're at on the details. It's all on the up and up, but I have limitations. I'm going to do what I can, which includes international shipping if I have to. God, I hope it's not too expensive. I'm not a wealthy wizard at this point. I will, of course, take donations. I wish I could do super chats. That'd be lovely, but I am not quite monetized. Got to get those viewed hours up. By the way, 70 at this point, 70 interviews out there, an hour, 2 hours long, sometimes 3.5 each. I need some people to watch them. No pressure. We're all busy. You got things to do. But if I'm going to get my monetization and be able to do this for a living, then people got to watch the videos. So, hey, this is not a person legally distinct from myself would never ask you to just put on one of my videos when you go to bed and listen to it, or don't listen to it. Put it on mute on your computer in the background. That would be cheating. I would never encourage that. I would have no way of knowing if you did. And yeah, so follow the rules. Whatever those are. I don't even know what the rules are. Do what you got to do, and thanks for watching. All that good stuff. Back to the books. Finally, I think I'm not going to interrupt myself with more tangents. I'm definitely going to interrupt myself with more tangents, but we're going to try and stay on track here. So, book 1 of the ABC, Augury, Bibliomancy, and Chaos series, and I'm reading notes because I'm terrible at remembering anything ever. So we got this one here in reverse. It is the 2020 publication, A Lost Work of Historical Dream Literature from 1669. This is a 17th century work, preserving the work of a French knight in an English translation, where the French knight details a dream dictionary approach to the interpretation of dreams, referencing the collected musings of ancient authors on the subject. There are 69 footnotes in here. Lol. And that's another thing to say about my books is I just flipped it open. First page I jumped to, there's a footnote on it. So what is this footnote here? Wow. This is footnote number 59, and it is referencing, it talks about some of the persons, blah, 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 sacred and profane. It's referencing a quote of Solomon from the Bible, and it goes on to give the Latin, and it says it's may reflect a paraphrasing of of King Solomon from Proverbs 10:29. So there you go. You're going to get this kind of historical accuracy and references in each of these books. So 69 footnotes in here detailing obscure terms and historical figures. Also a 28-page alphabetical dream dictionary. And if I recall this one, I had to actually go through and significantly fix the dream dictionary, because this one had a funky thing where it would say to dream of being a blank, and then it would be referenced under A for a blank rather than under blank for blank. You get it when you see it. So I had to reorder everything, and all of these books are formatted very nicely and fully justified on the ledgers and borders. What do they call it? The justification, full justification. You can't even see. It's all white there. It looks blank. There you can see there's actually letters on the page. But I make them look real pretty, and I take pride in fixing even small errors. I had an autocorrect error that uploaded with one of the first versions of this book, and I had to not start over, but I had to go re-upload a new copy and get it restarted. So we got that. This one is 200 pages, and honestly, this is the smallest book. It was my test project, the first one I ever did. Everything else is much bigger, much longer, and just really good stuff. So we got the Court of Curiosity. That is book 1 of the ABC series. Where can I should start making a new stack over here, I guess. You can see I've got a messy desktop. I got my whiskey and my We got our Samurai Jack here. We can bring him over. What's up, buddy? He has no Jack in there. I would like to fill the Samurai with Jack, but right now I'm going with the Doers. And it just didn't feel right. The Samurai Doers? No, he has to be Samurai Jack. It has to be Jack Daniels. And I just haven't gotten any in a while. This was originally a Japanese whiskey. Once upon a time. Got it at a thrift sale because I just love the whole samurai aesthetic, the medieval Japan stuff. Anyway, that's my little buddy there. We got one book down. Book 2. This one is a monster. This is The Mystery of Dreams, my second project. Book 2 of the Augury, Bibliomancy, and Chaos series. So this was my first book of 2021, and you can see, I should hold these up together. This one is 379 pages. This Court of Curiosity is 200, and you can see the difference in the, size on these. It's double. It's huge. Much, and this one needed the thickness. Lol. Let me tell you why. So this was a 1658 manuscript by an English preacher. So what does it say here? Our dear preacher, Philip Goodwin, delivers this sermon on divine dreams from the year of our Lord, 1658, detailing means and methods for discernment of God's true visions from delusions of the devil. Whether layman or adept, much sage wisdom may yet obtain. 265 footnotes detailing archaic terms and historical figures, 14 pages of dreams alphabetically referenced by type of symbol, behavior, icon, or general hieroglyphy, 19 pages of Bible chapter and verse cross-referenced to text citations. If there are any folks out there who enjoy what I do and understand I do it from a psychological perspective, this is the book for Christians. It is completely in keeping with traditional biblical teaching. It talks about biblical dreams. It gives reference and citation to those things in this preacher's 17th century manuscript of, look, how do you know if the devil's trying to steer you wrong in your dreams at night? Or how do you know maybe an angel has come to guide you on the right path? Or how to tell it's neither one of the two and you're just having vain delusions, so to speak. So this is The Mystery of Dreams. And another thing is my previous Incantus Phylacterium number 10 was me complaining about my, hey, Hoppy boy, thick book. Yeah, the book is thick. Let me do this. That is serious. I mean, that might have been the sound of my empty head, but that is the sound of a thick book. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my Incantus Phylacterium number 10 was me complaining about them taking down a video I made, a reproduction of a Muslim dream interpretation. So I'm going to Christians, I'm going to Muslims, I'm going to Eastern and Western traditions. I go all over the place. If you're going to study dreams, you got to study mythology of multiple cultures, cultural interpretations, their understanding of how dreams work. You don't leave anything out. You don't say, I'm not touching that because it's for Christians, or I don't do that style, you know. But this one is great. And let's do a random, basically this one, it's a 379 page book, 265 footnotes. So if you flip to just about any random page, you're going to get a footnote. This one says here, let me find it. Multiple biblical references here. Genesis, Book of Daniel. Okay, so this footnote was saying something about the Israelites' God is not like the Israelites' cloud that had a dark side as well as a bright. And this particular reference is a likely reference to the idiom of a silver lining around bad events. Just little things like that. I wish now looking at it, I wish I'd gone to describe the genesis of that particular phrase, but you can only put so many footnotes in a book. You know, and some people hate footnotes. They're like, why not just put it in the text or don't put it in at all? Well, if you enjoy it, I have these in physical copies, but I've also got them in ebooks, and the ebooks are great because it'll give you a little it'll give you a little blue number, and you can click on that, and it'll take you to the footnote at the end in the ebook version, but it doesn't interrupt the text by putting it at the bottom of the page, which I thought was pretty clever. So that is, book 2, and the second book in the stack of 10 I'm giving away, The Mystery of Dreams by Preacher Philip Goodwin, republished by myself in the beginning of 2021. We're basically going to go through all the books I did in this past year. So there you go. Not including my most recent 2 or 3. Couldn't promise to give those away because they hadn't been written yet when I started this deal, but we got that. The Mystery of Dreams, add that to the stack, and these are all going in a box and getting shipped out at some point. Man, I'm sweating. I'm taking my shoes off. You can't see. But this is what I got to do. Oh, my sweaty feet. You'd be glad you're not here. You don't want to smell wizard feet. I don't know. Maybe they smell like tasty waffles. They probably don't, but we'll just be glad we are sharing this time digitally. I am running my mouth dry though, because I'm running my mouth. So there's that. The feet are out, Hoppy boy. You just don't want to see them. Actually, I'll send people feet pics. I'm not ashamed, but you don't want to see them because I had a toenail removed, and before that it was a mess, and after that it was a mess. And I got pictures. I'll send them to you. If you really want to see them, nobody wants to see that. Book number 3 in the ABC series. This one, I'm proud of all my books, but I'm very proud of this trilogy. This is a set of 3 books, ABC book 3, 4, and 5. I invented a new word. That word is oneirochronologia. Then that basically breaks down to the study of dream interpretation over time throughout the years. So this is the historical study of dream literature, oneirochronologia. Invented that term myself. Oh, you did. I bet you did already see those pictures. I posted them up to the Discord when I had my toenail removed. Oh, if you don't have to do that, don't do it. Oh, it was awful. Okay, so we got Oneirochronologia, Volume 1 from 2021. This is a chronological anthology of historical dream literature from 1528 through 1644, including the 3 shorter texts, The Most Pleasant Art of the Interpretation of Dreams, The Divine Dreamer, and the Oneirocritica of Artemidorus Daldianus. 315 pages in this one, also a nice beast, and 189 footnotes detailing, of course, archaic terms and historical figures. This one does not have any kind of dream encyclopedia or alphabet to it. So what I wanted to do with these, and we'll get on to the other ones, but the general theme was this is shorter works that no one's going to read a 40-page book. How do I even publish a 40-page book? Well, I can take a 40-page book and an 80-page book and a 120-page book and put them all together into this one here, and you've got a nice little anthology of historical dream literature. And it allowed me to get these shorter works into a published form where people don't have to go and try and find them on the internet, because you can. Every book I've reproduced has been found online, but it's a mess. And that's the other thing I didn't tell you is, let's go back. Vizzini said, go back to the beginning. The Court of Curiosity, whole lot of wonky English, like old school Middle English that I had to update and change. And that was also in Oneirochronologia. But these books are, if you find them in their original form, you're not going to be able to read them. Honestly, you can. You can. But they're no fun to read. The fun for me was putting it into a readable form for you. And now you can just pick it up and browse right through it, and it's hunky-dory and everything's all nice and pretty, and it's not a messy PDF document that's been scanned, and it's illegible, and it's Old English. And no one's reading Old English. No one's putting as much work as I did into it. Speaking of which, that was the case with The Mystery of Dreams as well. There was also a tremendous amount of translated Latin. I actually did the work of translating Latin. This one took me 3 or 4 months. to plow through to finally get this damn near 400-page book. So really, really worth it. One of these days I'm going to learn how to speak properly Latin words, and I will hopefully be able to read this in as an audiobook at some point. It's on my someday maybe list. Anyway, long story short on that one. There we go. No wonder I'm sweating. It's like 72 degrees in here. How did that happen? I'm going to regret the wizard hair when it comes to summertime. I might cut it off. I might not be able to deal. We'll see. Yeah, buddy. All right. Back to this one. So, shorter works. It's interesting to see, and I called it the evolution of dream interpretation from the 16th through the 19th century, because by the time you're up to book, the third book of what I call my trivium, it takes you all the way up into the 1800s. So it's interesting to see this evolution, this starting with this work from the 1500s, from the 16th century, to see how they looked at it then, what was being written and published and said, spread about in pop culture and academia, so to speak, on these subjects. And a lot of them, that's why I wanted to include in here the Oneirocritica of Artemidoros Daldianis. The Oneirocritica is probably the most famous of ancient dream interpretation books that was republished. The version I've got was from 1644, but it looks like it originally came from antiquity, from around 2,000 years ago. And this guy gathered up all these stories and put them into a written form, and they've just been handed down for, at that point, 1600 years, and finally came to us in this book for you. There's a cat. We got cats and dogs sleeping on the bed there. I didn't make my bed. Whatever. My whole room's a mess. My wizard cave. That is Oneirochronologia, Volume 1 from 2021. That is going on the stack of giving them away. All right. Oneirochronologia, Volume 2. This one is an even thicker beast. This one is 391 pages. So again, this is the chronological anthology, part 2 of historical dream literature from 1668 through 1841, including multiple shorter texts. This one had 3. I was able to pack all 3 into there in chronological order. And again, these are also in chronological order, but that one had 3. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shorter works that include a discourse on divine dreams from 1668, Oneiropolis, the dreams interpreter from 1670, an inaugural dissertation on sleep and dreams by a medical doctor in 1791, and several chapters excerpted from the Philosophy of Mystery, which was published in 1841. And this one has 449 footnotes. This book has 331 pages, 450 almost footnotes. There was just a lot of stuff in here that needed explanation, a lot of historical figures that maybe I recognized a name, but if I couldn't tell off the top of my head who that person was, honestly, like you see Aristotle, you know who that is. You see, someone reference Isaac Newton. You've heard of him. But you get into some of these guys and it's like, who was Beckel or Buchel? How do you even spell that? First, are they spelled right? I look them up to make sure. And then I look, who are they? And I give, it's this guy. Here's his full name. Here's his, born and dead, little encyclopedia entry. Here's what he's known for. English writer, of horror, whatever. That's not the right guy, but you get the idea. So let's go to a random. Oh, here's what. We do have some pages where there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 footnotes on the same page because it's just a god awful long list of names. And this is a good thing to point out too. Some of the original texts that I was able to peruse, they had indecipherable terms. So I left them in their original form in terms of missing letters. I did not attempt to correct the text in that way, but I did my best guess. So this, I believe, this person here is Phobos the Antiochian, and he's under footnote number 90. Just says indistinct term, unknown reference. I just admit when I don't know something too. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to go back and figure out who these people were, but just wasn't happening with the copy of the text I was able to get a hold of. So yeah, this is Oneirochronologia, Volume 2, Book 4 of 10 in the stack I'm giving away here. We'll put that over here and move right along to Oneirochronologia, Volume 3. And if I'm not mistaken, this one's almost... Oh, no, this is the thickest volume by far, 407 pages. Blew the other ones out of the water. Twice the size of my book number 1 at only 200 pages. So Book 3, a chronological anthology of historical dream literature from 1859 through 1890. And you can see that's just a 40-year period. The late 1800s blew up with Spiritism, occultism, Eastern mystic traditions and teachings. They were fascinated by it. So a tremendous amount of material that I had to sort through. And actually, I'm still working on books from the 1830s, from the 1910s, a lot of that crossover period. This one includes, it runs the gamut from more philosophical to more pop culture works. It also goes into more medical stuff. So we've got Good's New Dream Book from 1859, which would have been like a penny press. You get it off the shelf and you flip to a page. What does it mean to dream about shellfish? Clams. I had clams in my dream. You go to the entry on clams and you look it up, and it was more of a everyday person's, what am I trying to say? Kind of a just for funsies, just an entertainment style of book. It's got the Rational Dream Book from 1876, which this was a more philosophical work. And the guy was trying to say, look, if you follow my method, and he explains it. Like, what I put in here is not the dream dictionary part. That was part 2 of his books that I didn't, I'd already published dream dictionary stuff before. So I'm like, let's look at the philosophical explanation he's given about what are dreams, where do they come from, how do they work, how do you know if you're onto the right understanding of them. Fascinating stuff. Also then a monograph on sleep and dreams from 1878, which was a presentation, I believe, given by a medical doctor to one of the Royal Societies in England. Great reproduction there. Also, a sample of what was called the Lord Byron's Dream Book, which was another variety, a little different approach on that one. An interesting distinction between that one and the dream book at the beginning. I wanted to put them both in there so you could see how they approached it differently. Also, Madam H.P. Blavatsky's 7th pamphlet on dreams from, doesn't have the date on there, but that must be the 1891. How could I not put the date in my own? Well, I've overlooked a lot of details in my life. So this one is chock-a-block, packed full of tasty goodness. Really great exploration of thoughts and ideas about dreams, but also that historical window of time where these dream discussions and theories were being advanced, and this is what people were aware of and reading. This is all the stuff that led up to Freud publishing his the interpretation of dreams in 1900. He would be well aware of all these philosophical thinkings and pop culture stuff that had gone before, and medical knowledge, and he's probably read everything I've published before he did his book. Wouldn't be surprised. No way of knowing that for sure, but that's what you do when you're a doctor and you're trying to develop a new system. You read everyone else's stuff and find out, were they onto something? Did they know something I don't know? But so we got Oneirochronologia, Volume 3 from 2021. That is book, I can't count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Book 5 in the stack of to be given away to one lucky winner. We are already way longer into this video than I thought we were going to be, but you know, we're just hanging out, so what the hell. Next one. Next one. I have a dry mouth. Drink. Oh my goodness. I thought I had a cat. There's cats everywhere, but they're not crawling on me. You know, I've done other videos recently where the camera angles are wrong or the cats are just out of frame. And I thought today for sure, they're going to jump all over the counter. They'll be in my business. They're going to want to sniff the books. They're nowhere. They're gone. They're sleeping. I got no value-added content from my feline friends. So be it. Book number 6 in the Augury, Bibliomancy, and Chaos series. This is Studies in Dreams from, originally from 1921, republished in 2021. This is what I've taken to calling the, I don't know if you see, the 100th anniversary edition of this work by Mrs. Mary Arnold Forster. And this is her treatise on lucid dreaming. This was, to my knowledge, the first work that really, that I've come across that talks about lucid dreaming, dream programming, the ability to take control of your dreams. So she wrote this in 1921, and it features a critical analysis of her own dream experiments. So it's got this kind of double entendre in the title where it is studying dreams, but it is also studies she conducted on herself in her own dreams, experimenting. What can I do? How can I control this? What advice would I give to, say, children having nightmares that, as she describes, plagued her when she was a kid? And she was able to take control of her scary dreams and turn them into flying dreams and remove that terror from her sleep experience. So she wanted to write a book and say, hey, you can do this too. And I've had much success myself. I haven't tried as much. I don't actually have a lot of nightmares. Don't remember most of my dreams. But if I did, I might try to experiment with lucid dreaming as she describes here. So it is Mary Arnold Forster's treatise on lucid dreaming, featuring critical analysis of her own dream experiments in light of the latest science in her time of 1921. This classic work is now greatly enhanced. I did expand upon the author's scant footnotes, bringing the total citation count up to 93, and these are references detailing obscure terms, pioneers in psychology that she references, and other historical figures. This one is 221 pages. Very, very proud of this reproduction. I would say a significant improvement over other versions. Like, you can find some of these other versions of some of these books on Amazon. They're not good. Be careful what you're buying. People will just scan a PDF and put it online and charge you $20 for it. This one's, I don't even remember. I don't remember how much any of these are. I should have that for you and be like really advertising. They're all available on Amazon. You can find the link on my main page if you want to, but other people are just selling crap. They don't put the work into it. I do. They don't make it pretty. They don't spell check. They don't do anything. They slap a nasty, unreadable PDF in there and charge you way more than I do, and you're not getting a quality piece of work. So if you're going to get these books, I'm biased. I recommend mine because I really put my heart and soul into making this something I am proud to ask you to pay for. That's a big deal for me. I don't like asking people for anything as much as I'm a shameless shill, and I'll plug me and my books and ask for donations and whatnot. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I'd like to get to a point where I can just quietly run some ads in the background and be monetized and call it a day and not have to talk about money anymore. It's not really why I'm doing this. We all got to make a living. But anyway, these are fantastic books. That is book 6 of the ABC series, Studies in Dreams by Mary Arnold Forster. We're going to put that in the stack. I'm trying to go a little faster for me and everyone. Book 7 of the ABC series, Augury, Bibliomancy, and Chaos. This is book 7, Tyrion's Dreams and Visions. This is, let me scroll down my little doohickey here. This is the 1689 treatise by Thomas Tyrion, student of physic, detailing the medical author's understanding of such nocturnal phenomena, including recommendations for receiving true dreams by means of virtuous living and diet, with an extensive appendix on the late medieval conception of mental health disorders, and sundry cures. Wonderful. This is good stuff. I'm glad I put all that in there because I would forget to say anything about that. We got, first, number one, we've got an appendix, but we've got 37 footnotes detailing obscure terms and historical figures. This one's 188 pages. I made a mistake. Court of Curiosity was not my smallest book at 200 pages. This one's 188. I tried to, again, price it as low as I can. I think it's like 11 or 12 bucks, something like that. About as cheap as I could make it and still get a buck out of the deal on the back end. So this was a medical student in the 17th century, in the late 1600s, and he actually worked at the very famous mental health hospital in London called Bedlam, which is where we get the conception of it was chaos, it was Bedlam, because that was a very chaotic place. And this guy was very religious. Most people were at the time, or at least a lot of people, educated upper class doctor types. Very Christianity was big back in those days, still big, but very big among doctors and such. He, number one, advocated veganism. He said we should not be killing and eating animals, and in fact doing so is an affront to God and his order, and therefore if you want true dreams from God, you have to have virtuous living, which in his mind equated to being vegan. No more eating animal flesh. You can't fill yourself with death in that way and expect to have God talking to you like you're someone he wants to talk to. So that was his perspective. But this guy, so in his the appendix on the late medieval conception of mental health disorders, early age of rationalism, he was talking about, okay, so what did they do at Bedlam? They used to have tours open to the public. Come on in, pay a penny, laugh at the crazy people. Those donations were used to support the care of the mental health patients, but they were also, what is it? We don't want the public going through for a freak show. It was disrespectful and unhealthy for the patients to have these people coming through and pestering them, psychotic people, bipolar people, what they used to call manic depression folks, maniacs and lunatics would be bipolar and schizophrenics back in the day. And he was one of the first advocates saying, hey, we need to restrict visitation for the sake of proper patient care. And he was an early advocate of that. And I can imagine it's exactly people like him that said, this is not right. This is not good for patients. We are medical professionals. We should not be allowing this. And, here we go, 200, 400 years later, 300 something. Anyway, several centuries later, I can't math. His recommendations are now standard practice in hospitals. We do not allow people to just wander through and laugh at the crazy people anymore because that's horrifying and no one should be doing that. But this is book number 7 of the Augury, Bibliomancy, and Chaos series, Tyrion's Dreams and Visions from 2021. That's going into the stack. Book number 7 to be given away to one lucky subscriber. We got 3 books left. We're doing this. My mouth is dry again. It's dry. Let me tell you. I'm sweating up a storm in here. I should open a window. I'm going to open a window. This is killing me. It's killing me. Killing me, Smalls. All right. I'm cousin it. This is crazy. Look at that. Look at that mop. I can't even believe it. My hair is crazy. All right. We're coming back. We're coming back. One more sip. Oh, CC boy. All right. What do we got here? We've got book number 8 of the Augury, Bibliomancy, and Chaos, the ABCs of Dream Interpretation series. This is Volume 1 of the Literature and Curiosity of Dreams. This is another 2-volume set. The other one's a 3-volume set. And this one was originally published in 2 volumes. It's all by one guy, by, what's his name? Okay, so what do we got here? The Literature and Curiosity of Dreams, Volume 1. In 1865, Frank Seafield delivered this work of truly epic scope in 2 massive volumes, taking the reader on a guided tour through over 2,000 years of speculations concerning the mystery of dreams and visions, presenting records of curious and well-authenticated dreams, and expounding on the various modes of interpretation adopted in ancient and modern times. So for this one, 405 pages. Its companion volume, let's do them at the same time. Book 2, 405 pages. So for book 1, extensive 26-page bibliography of all the references he used, 192 footnotes in this sucker, 405 pages. This one is a beast. And the second one, I did recreate the extensive 26-page bibliography, so you don't have to jump back and forth between books to find references. You can just go to the back of whatever book you're reading. For Volume 2, a 35-page dream dictionary is appended that was in the original, and 97 footnotes in this one. So between the two of them, you've got this beast of an 806-page book with well over 189 footnotes across the whole thing. And these are really good. What do I say about these? I've had something to say about every book. These are amazing. It is a literature review of dreams as referenced in different stories, but also the factual account of famous dream stories handed down through the years. So if you're looking for an understanding of, what am I trying to say? What stories humans have told ourselves about dreams and dreaming. And, it's mentioned in Shakespeare, it's mentioned in mythology. It goes all, back to the area of the Greeks and Morpheus, the god of dreams, and the stories around, which is where we get the term, the oneiroi, which is where we get oneirocritic literature about dreams. But the oneiroi were the Greek demigod children of Morpheus, the god of dreams, who was brother of the god of death. Sleep and dreams. Okay, I'm going to embarrass myself here. I think he was, because Hades is like the god of death, but there's like death and then there's Hades, and Hades rules the underworld, but death was actually its own separate god, death and dreams. Yeah, that's true, because you have the Sandman series. Suddenly my pop culture knowledge is failing me here. So it is what it is, but we've got these 2 massive volumes, Book 8 and Book 9 of the Augury, Bibliomancy, and Chaos series. We are down to the final entry, Book 10, the 10th of 10 free books I'm giving away. I messed up this stack here. It's not working. I wanted it to be pretty. This is what happens when you don't plan. It sure is. Book 10 of the Augury, Bibliomancy, and Chaos series, The Witch's Dream Book. My final publication from, no, not my final, but one of the last publications from 2021. These are all the books I was working on last year from the very first one, book 1 through 10. So the Witch's Dream Book is a charming 1885 work by author A.H. No, weaving theories on dreams and dreaming into the broader late 19th century pop culture fascination with occult mysticism and magic, complete with numerous recommended practices for receiving and interpreting dream messages, among other fortune-telling methods. So this was very, very much. And you can actually kind of see, I just reproduced the original kind of black and white cover. There's CC Boy. Oh, there you go, boy. You gonna rub on that? He's giving his blessing to the giveaway. There you go. You get a little, hopefully if you win my books and you have a cat, hopefully they won't pee on them. But the Witch's Dream book. So there was a huge late 1800s, late 19th century fascination with the occult and mysticism and witchcraft and different things. So this book actually has recipes you can follow if you want to give some different things a try. If you want to see some late 1800s fortune-telling methodology, how they conceived of it at the time, what they chose to reproduce, but also very, very focused on dreams and dreaming. This one is 318 pages. There is only one footnote for this entire book, because in this book is recipes, and some of those recipes are meant to be consumed. Do not consume any recipe in this book. I cannot speak to the safety. I am not a doctor, but I'm telling you, you're not going to go wrong by not consuming any of the recipes in this book. And that's basically what the footnote says. I think I put a disclaimer somewhere up in the front. I'm just going to read it out loud. Oh, yeah. On a final and most critical note, I will here presage the only footnote in this entire work, repeated multiple times, thus so to the exclusion of any other, because the caution is deadly serious and meant to stand out. Do not eat or drink any recipe in this book. You have now been warned. This is the Witch's Dream book, book 10 of the Augury, Bibliomancy, and Chaos series. These are the 10 books that will be given away to one lucky subscriber. I'm gonna bring them all back over here. Oh, it's a beast. That's a stack. That's heavy. That's gonna cost me a lot of money to ship. It sure is. Okay. Ew. Here we go. So how you doing? We're going to roll them bones. We're going to give away a book to one lucky subscriber. This is it. This is the end of the stream. I'm done. I'm sure you're done. I'm sure most people just fast forwarded up here, unless you wanted to hear about the books. Hey, maybe you thought it was interesting. So here's what we're going to do. This is actually a picture of my, you can see it here. You can't see it. You can't see my mouse. Can I? There you go. Yeah, this is actually my Word document that has all the people's names in it. So we have 336 names on the list. We are going to go to our random number generator. We're going to put in, and you can see it is clear. I've cleared it. We're starting from scratch. Got cats making noises. Makes me paranoid. They always want to pee on stuff. Don't trust them. Shady gatos. So we're going to put in 336 people, and we're going to click this button once, and you, right here, you are going to watch it happen live on a count of 3, 2, 1. Make the magic happen. 256. Lucky subscriber, 256 on my list. We're going to go right here, right now. We're going to scroll down. We're going to go to page 256, because I got one person per page, and we're going to go Adriana Pavlovic. Andriana, I screwed up your name already. Andriana Pavlovic, you are the winner of this stack of books. And I'm just going to double check. 256. This is page 256. That is it. You are the winner. We did the thing. It's all legit. You watched it happen. I brought it up. I didn't know who it was going to be. And there you have it. I hope you live in the United States. I mean, I love my international people. I love you dearly. Please buy my books. I don't want to ship this whole stack to China. I have no idea what that's going to cost. And with the way things are, I don't know. We're going to figure it out. So here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go to this, our friends, Adriana Pavlovic's YouTube page. I'm going to see if there's contact information. I'm going to reach out, and hopefully we're going to arrange this, and we're going to see what happens. Adriana Pavlovic, you are the winner of 10 books of historical dream literature from yours truly, the Dream Wizard. And I just can't say enough how much I appreciate everyone watching and supporting my work. And, you know, if all you can do is watch the videos, that's fine. If you can kick a few shekels, I'll take it. You know, Wizard's got to eat. Wizard needs fuel badly. Right? Well, I think I have rambled incoherently long enough. I've embarrassed myself sufficiently to satisfy the most masochistic in the audience, and it's been my pleasure. And I'm just gonna cut the feed, and I don't have anything else to say. I don't have any fancy graphics to put up. This was all last minute stuff. This is horrible. This is not pretty at all, but we got the job done. We did the thing. We made the stream. We're giving away the books. First thing I'm gonna do is write all this down, just in case. But I'll do that off the air. So I'm gonna say, no video game streams tonight. I'm done with that. I think I'm just gonna chill, watch some Netflix or something. And I'm gonna say, hey, everybody, thanks for listening. I appreciate you all.